Hi, I'm Lily with Tucson Foothills Properties, and in this video, I want to talk about the pros and cons of a month-to-month lease agreement. Month-to-month lease agreements are an alternative to traditional fixed-term leases and offer a little more flexibility for both landlords and the tenants. When managing rental properties, more flexibility can be an advantage, but it can also come with some downsides. A month-to-month lease agreement is an agreement that automatically renews each month, unless their party gives 30 days notice to terminate. Instead of committing to a full year, the lease just renews every month. This can be helpful in certain situations, but it's important to weigh your options and objectives for your property. Month-to-month agreements are great for short-term rentals, temporary housing, or uncertain future plans. From a landlord perspective, you can adjust strategies without waiting for a fixed-term lease to end months or possibly even years down the road. If you're considering selling the property or moving back into it yourself, you can do so without waiting out a long lease term. This is especially useful for landlords who want to keep their options open. Another advantage is that you're not locked into a set rental rate for a full year. You can make more frequent rental price adjustments based on changes in the market. If rents are rising in Tucson, you can increase the rents sooner rather than later. You also have an option of not keeping a problem tenant that isn't paying rent on time or isn't keeping the property in the best physical condition. After providing the required notice, you can end the lease and find a new tenant without having to endure months of frustration. You can also track different types of tenants, such as students, traveling professionals, or people in transitional phases who prefer to not be locked into a long lease. Now, one challenge with month-to-month leases is they can lead to more frequent vacancies. If you're constantly searching for tenants and dealing with turnover, it can be frustrating. That's where a property management company can help. At Tucson Foothills, we specialize in reducing vacancies and handling the day-to-day management so that you don't have to. So, what are the cons of a month-to-month agreement? One downside is the unpredictability of rental income. Since tenants can leave just with a 30-day notice, you might find yourself scrambling to fill the vacancy quickly. This can create gaps in your rental income due to more vacancy time. You'll have to spend more time marketing the property, screening new tenants, and dealing with the logistics of move-ins and move-outs. More turnover can also lead to more wear and tear on the property, leading to higher maintenance costs. Another con is that month-to-month agreements can sometimes lead to frequent rent negotiations. Since tenants are aware that their lease isn't tied down for the long term, they may push back on rent increases, request concessions, or try to negotiate a better deal. This can make it harder to maintain a steady income. As a reminder, you will always want to make sure that even a month-to-month lease is in writing. In Arizona, you must give a tenant 30 days notice to make any changes to the agreement. Verbal agreements are not legally enforceable. Written agreements will clearly lay out all the lease terms. So, should you offer a month-to-month lease? It really depends on your situation. If you really need the flexibility and can handle more turnover, it can be a good option. But if you prefer stability and guaranteed longer-term rental income, a long-term lease is a better fit. Think about your goals as a landlord and the market conditions in your area. That's it for this video. I hope that helps. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos for more landlord tips. Thank you for watching.